It was so good to meet you.
Well, listen,
It's such a cool day for.
listen, I'm just going to give you a
Oh, please.
thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I'm excited. This is awesome. Can I put this in my pocket?
First of all, your name?
Mark Cornelison.
Mark, you and your son went through the Biggest Loser. Tell me a little bit about it. What made you do it? What got you to do it?
Yeah, my son, who's 19 years old, was 360 pounds. I was almost 300 pounds, and we were big fans of the show and just decided, hey, you know what, let's give it a shot. And so we just saw one of their ads one day at the end of the show, and we went online and filled out the application. Sure enough, the whole process started going for us. And so we had both gotten to a place where our weight was affecting everything that we were able to do, and he was young enough that he shouldn't have those issues, and I needed to be a better example, and so for us to get to share it together was just outstanding.
Your son had some problems at the very beginning that caused the weight to put on. Wasn't it a bad ankle or something?
Yeah, Chisholm actually had an accident when he was 10 years old and severely broke his right ankle. Ended up over the course of 5 years, had 7 different surgeries, was in a wheelchair for about a year and a half, a lot of rehab, and so he kind of missed some real critical years of being able to get healthy and be active when all of his friends were, and so it really added to his weight at that time.
Y'all decided to get on the show. Tell me about the selection process, how they did it, and just real quick, just kind of brush through it.
Yeah, first thing is filling out an application online. Then we actually went to a live casting call that was in Austin. Out of that, we got called back to have an interview with a couple of people. From that interview, they wanted more paperwork, and then eventually we got called to Los Angeles, where we went through a lot of testing and medical stuff and psych tests and all this, and before we finally were pulled into a room one day and they told us you made the show.
I mean, what it's like. I mean, you get out there, you get out the ranch. Tell me what it's like out there. I mean, you're talking no internet, no television, no nothing.
Yeah, it's really the physical stuff is really difficult, but the more painful part of it is the fact that there's no contact with any of your family. There's no contact with the outside world. It's more emotional and mental game more than anything else. You're learning new things about nutrition. Your body's all messed up because you're not eating things you're used to. You're doing things to it that it's not normal, or not what we thought was normal. But now it's add into that the lack of connection with people you really know, and it's a very difficult experience, but totally worth it.
Now, without family, I mean, you can't contact them, or what is it? What is it?
We can write letters home, but there's no phone calls. There's no other communication at all with them. They can write letters to us, but like for the first part of the season, you had to win a challenge in order to get a letter. There's one challenge as a team we won where we could actually Skype back home and be able to talk to them, but for the most part, there's nothing at all. So they can get letters from me, but we couldn't receive anything from them.
So basically, it's almost like, I mean, like military, or almost like prison, no contact with the outside world.
We joked a lot that it felt like we were in prison out there. Yeah, I mean, we've got people with us all the time. We have to document everything that we're doing as far as our calories. I mean, there's points where you got to ask if you can go to the bathroom if it's a camera day. So it's a very strict, very, very protected environment out there. But you know, most of us that are out there, we're there because we need to be there. So it took something pretty drastic for us to be able to make the changes we needed to.
Give me a rundown of daily routine. I mean, what time does the day start and what goes through the day until the evening?
Yeah, if it's a normal workout day, we're usually up 5:30 or 6 in the morning, getting ready to get mics on and be ready to be in front of the camera. Do workouts first thing in the morning, do interviews most of the afternoon, and then we would have homework that would be extra workouts that we would do as well. And in the midst of that, you're fixing your own food, you're learning how to cook and all this. So typically a day, let's say if we got up at 5:30 in the morning, we're going to bed at 10 o'clock at night. It's a really long day, full of a lot of different things.
And your weight, you started out at what, a little over 300?
I was just under 300. I started out at 291 pounds. As of today, I weigh 190 pounds.
And what about pant sizes? I mean, you dropped that waist size quite a bit.
Yeah, my waist size originally was 42, and now I'm down to 31. My shirt size was a XXL. And it was a little tight, and now I'm wearing medium or large shirts depending on the shirt. So.
And you're still going like this. I mean, you're back off the show now, and you're still continuing your nutritional stuff and workouts, or what?
Absolutely. Yeah, nothing is. I mean, I obviously can't work out 6 hours a day anymore because I'm back and life is here and all that. But man, this is a lifestyle change. This is a new thing for me. So I'm still eating healthy. I'm still focusing on watching my calories and all that I learned there. I've got a great workout routine and get to do a lot of things that I love to do, like running and biking and things like that. So I still got to keep going. It's not just because I'm off the show suddenly I get to stay this way. I know it's going to take work, and I'm going to continue working.
What kind of diet? I mean, what are you avoiding? What's the main thing you're having to avoid?
For me, I used to be big time into fried food, diet drinks, all of that. I just don't have any of that anymore. I really don't have anything with sugar, with processed sugars anymore. Lots of vegetables. I've really developed a palate for vegetables, which surprised even me, but that's the bulk of my diet, and a lot of fish, and just it's really, I've changed so much about the way I used to eat for convenience. So
tell me about the truck loading with Newman. Tell me how this whole thing came about.
Yeah, one of the challenges on the ranch was that was sponsored by Newman's Own, and they give all of their profits to charity. And so when we saw that, I knew that it was going to be a charitable challenge, and it was a bunch of trucks that were lined up, and the person who was able to load their truck the fastest ended up winning almost 31,000 pounds of food for a local food bank. And man, as soon as I saw it, I knew that was going to be mine to win, because I wanted this one.
How many boxes were there?
150 boxes. Half of them weighed 20 pounds, half of them weighed 15 pounds. And they were just set out on pallets out in the field, and we had to run them up into the truck.
How far? I mean, were it close by the truck, or quite a ways out, or what?
It wasn't too far away. Gosh, I couldn't even guess. 20 yards away from the truck, but you'd have to take one, get it up, and you could only take one box at a time, so it was 150 trips in order to get it totally loaded.
And how long did it take you to do something like that?
Yeah, I believe my time was like 42 minutes, something like that, so to get them all done.
Okay, and why the Montgomery County Food Bank?
I love Montgomery County Food Bank. This is my county. This is where we actually have done work before. We've come and volunteered here. I have connection with some of the food pantries that are connected to them, and so when I found out what we were going to win, I knew I wanted it to come here so that it could help the people of Montgomery County, and also help some of the things that I just love around here, and that's helping people that are in need.
And you're youth pastor at one of the churches here?
Yeah, I'm a youth pastor at Faith Bible Church in the Woodlands.
Okay, and you've got something starting up this Wednesday there.
Next
Wednesday?
Next Thursday?
Or Thursdays, okay.
Yeah.
Something coming up.
A week from Thursday, we're starting a program called WayFit, which is a exercise nutrition program. Starts at 7 o'clock at night, and it's going to be completely free. We're just having people sign up on our website, and we're going to give some nutrition tips that we learned on the ranch, as well as some workout routines and some things just to anybody who's saying, you know, it's time, I'm ready to start making that change in my life. This is a kickstart for that. It's going to last for 10 weeks. And it's just something that we want to do to be able to give back some of what we learned so that others can start making that change for themselves.
One night a week, and where can someone find out more about that?
One night a week on Thursdays, and if you want to find out more, you can go to faithbibleonline.org, and the information should be there. All right.
Afternoon, and it is not raining yet, but we're prepared if it does. So stay under the shelter. We're going to start off. We have our 13th season of The Biggest Loser, Mark, with us here today. Mark is going to lead us in a prayer.
Okay, let's pray. Lord, thank you so much for this great day. Thanks for holding off the rain so far, and for just this great thing that you have done to be able to provide help and food for those that are in our area that need it so much. Lord, this is a great thing, but we celebrate you as well in giving this great gift to us. So thank you for all these people keeping us safe, and we just pray that even in this, that you are honored. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
I'd like to recognize some of the people that are here with us. First of all, we have several people from the Montgomery County Food Bank Board of Directors, and I'm not sure where you all are. But I have our founder, Betty Hardy. Can you wave? There's Betty. She got together with a bunch of ladies in 1985. It started the food bank for what it is now, with 52 pantries throughout the county. We also have Neil Johnson. There's Neil. Thanks, Neil. Tom Truver. He's in the back, out by the warehouse, raising his hand. Thank you, Tom. I have several people from the Houston Food Bank out here today. George. George is here. Where are you, George? Sorry, didn't see you come in. George is here, too, representing HEB. Tom was from Kroger. Okay, Houston Food Bank. I have Terrence Adele, Ashley, and Rebecca. In the back. Thank you. From the postal workers, and you know Saturday is Stamp Out Hunger. Let me put a little plug in for that too. Where you leave your food out by your mailbox and the carriers will pick it up and bring it here to the Montgomery County Food Bank. So we have the postmaster of Conroe, Brian Enzi, over here. I have senior plant manager Sean Walton. And I have district manager for the Houston area, Bill Mitchell. Thank you guys for coming. And there's several other postal carriers that are here as well. We have from the city of Conroe, Mayor Webb Melder. From the chamber, I have Scott Harper, who's the president. From County Judge Sadler's office, I have Doris Goldman, Chief of Staff. I have Newman's Own, Kate Clemens, representing Newman's Own, all the way from Connecticut with us today. Woohoo! And we also have several pantries with us today. We have them from all over the county. We have them all represented from north, south, east, and west of the county. We have Montgomery County Emergency Assistance, Teen Challenge, SOS, as you see there, from Magnolia, Mission Northeast, East County. We have Tamina, Gateway, Grossville, and Montgomery County United Methodist Church in Montgomery. Thank you all for coming, and they will be getting product when we're done. Last, but of course not least, I have our Biggest Loser Season 13 finalist, Mark Cornelison, his wife, Kathy, and kids with them. I've got Kathy, Chisholm, Glendy, and Josiah. Y'all wave. We are honored that you're here with us today. Big time. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank you all for coming here today. This has made a huge impact on the Montgomery County Food Bank. We received 34 pallets of Newman's Own product. It's a mix of marinara sauce, Italian dressing, 4 different flavors of the Italian salad dressings, and cereal, cinnamon cereal. Now, Newman's Own donates all their profits to charities. How great is that? We are very honored. As you can see, we've just received all this here, quite a bit that's really going to make a difference. Summer is our neediest time here at the food bank. And in fact, in the last month, we've been seeing a lot of empty shelves throughout our warehouse. What does that mean? That means some people are in danger of not getting food in our county. 1 in 4 kids in Montgomery County does not know when or where their next meal is going to come from. I know that's astonishing, but it's true. And with school getting out here very soon, the end of May, first week in June, we're going to be in crisis mode if we don't get community food drives and things coming in. So that's why we're so excited, not only to get this Newman's Own, but to have the people do, from the mail carriers doing the Stamp Out Hungry. Hopefully that will help us, because as you all know, we are a food first responders. In case of any emergency in Montgomery County, we want to make sure that everybody gets the food they need during a hurricane, a wildfire, or anything else tragic that will happen to our county. So at this point, what I'd like to do is have the mayor come up, Webb Melder, and say a few words.
It's good to have everyone here, and on behalf of the city of Conroe, we certainly want to welcome everyone today. When I first got elected to office in '04, a group of pastors came to see me and said, what can we do to make Conroe a better city? And here's a pretty easy answer. I said, help feed them. no matter what a person's circumstances may be, as I shared with them that day, the world looks better to all of us when our stomach is full. And I still have a passion for that. I was there yesterday with a great group. I don't want to overlook again, as I mentioned yesterday, H-E-B and Kroger, two of the giants in the food business, and yet they come together. As I shared with those present yesterday, they come together to help us, everyone here today, and others who aren't here but are involved, to do the Lord's work. And gentlemen, thank you again. Thank H-E-B and Kroger. The post office, thank you, all of the postal workers, the employees, all the volunteers. Thank you so much. The Stamp Out Hunger program, outstanding. We've got a wonderful company here today. Where is Kate Clemens? Kate, I made a note here that you came all the way from Connecticut. On behalf of the City of Conroe and behalf of the Montgomery County Food Bank, a special thanks to you for what your company continues to do and for the special trip that you made down here. In closing, I just got to say this, but one of my great and favorite Paul Newman movies, he makes a statement, and it's very fitting of where we are today, where we were yesterday, and our goal. And he says, if we are to have faith, then we shall act with faith. And if we have faith that we can accomplish this, it'll get done. Thank y'all very much.
Doris Goldman, Chief of Staff for County Judge Sadler's office.
Well, first of all, it gives me a great privilege to be up here and representing our county. I want to say thank you to Mark for bringing national attention to Montgomery County and to the hunger that we face here. We're a small county, but yet we're a very large county in Texas. And hunger is a very important issue to us. And so because of you, you've brought that national attention, and I want to thank Newman's Own for supporting this endeavor and helping feed the hungry of Montgomery County. There's a lot of growth happening here in our county, and with growth and the prosperity that we have a lot of people that follow the growth, and they will come and they won't be able to find that job. They won't be able to find what they really need, and they need help making those ends meet, and that's where the food bank comes in. And it's because of the community-wide effort that we have here in Montgomery County that supports each and every one of these pantries who have the feet on the ground feeding these people. It is because of all of you that support the food bank, makes it happen and makes it what it is today. And through the Postal Service, all of our grocery stores here in town, and with Newman's Own, nobody is a loser today. I know it's the biggest loser contest, but nobody is losing today, thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, Mark, Kathy, kids, come on up.
I just have to say thank you for just being so warm and welcoming. And I mean, this is part of our heart. It's the church that I'm a part of. We have been here many times before. We love to serve here. This is just part of my passion, just to be honest with you. And when we came out that day for the challenge, I got to be honest with you, there was a part of me that I was really struggling with why in the world God still had me on the show, because I had lost a lot of weight. I didn't want to be there anymore. My family, you just kind of had these days out there. And when we came outside and they said, you're going to go to a challenge, and we're walking over there, and I'm just kind of in this mode mentally where I'm struggling, and I look out and I saw all these trucks, and I saw all of these Newman's Own boxes, and I've watched the show for a long time. I know about Newman's Own. I know that they donate all their profits to charity, and I thought, instantly I went, this is my challenge. This is mine to win, and I knew it was going to be a charity challenge, and I knew that there was going to be something great about it. When they told us what it was, that we would be able to bring this food home, man, I did everything I could to win, ended up winning the thing, and at the end of it, Allison Sweeney looks over at me and she says, Mark, you did that really fast. And why, what was your motivation for doing that? And I said, I was thinking the entire time, Montgomery County Food Banks, Montgomery County, that was the whole thing that was going in my mind. I wanted what Newman's Own was going to be able to do, I wanted it to come here. And so this is like just the culmination of that whole deal. And the show has been awesome. I love what I've gotten, but man, this is the icing on top of the cake. So thank you guys for welcoming us. We're just glad to be able to do this for our county.
I was on the show with my dad, and I left before this challenge, and I know that if I was there, I would have given him a run for his money for the challenge. But you know what? There couldn't have been a better challenge for him to win. Out of everything on there, this is the one he cared about the most, I'm sure. And I remember when he won it, we actually got word about it, and I know our whole family was like, wow, of course he won that challenge. Of course he would win the one that helped out our community. And I'm just so proud of him, and I thank you, Newman's Own, for doing that. And of all the stuff that's happened with us, losing weight, getting to be on TV, this is probably the coolest thing that's really come out of it, is helping feed the local community and how this is helping.
Well, for me, I don't know a lot of you if you know, but when they're on the ranch, we don't get to talk to them at all. We don't get Skype, we don't get internet, we get no emails. The only thing we get is a letter about every 10 to 12 days. So Josiah would get off the bus every day and run to the mailbox hoping there would be a letter from him. And so with that, and I would get letters, but I remember a few letters before we found out about this, that I was getting letters from Mark, and I could just tell he was ready to come home. I could tell Chisholm was already home. I could tell he really was done, and he was ready to be home. And then the next letter I got was this letter saying, I know why I'm still here, is because I was supposed to feed Montgomery, and Newman's Own had this awesome challenge, and he just, it was amazing to see him go, okay, I know that God still has me here for a purpose. And it's just so cool that he could bring this to our community after he's worked with our church to bring students here and be a part of it. And as much as we've worked with the different pantries around the community, it was such a joy for us as a family for him to win that. So we're just very thankful.
Okay, at this point, we are going to unload some trucks. We're going to load that truck and load it onto the SOS truck that's a pantry out in Magnolia where the wildfires were, as you all remember, back in September. So we want to make sure they get some food first. And then there's some other pantries here. And then after that, this is kind of a camera video thing that we're doing right here, a little game that I want you to help us watch, and we'll have questions afterwards, questions and answers back here after we're done loading some of the pantries and that. Okay? All right. How are we doing?
Put you down. Okay.
That's good. You can just drop it right there. Down. All right. if we can get the crowd to back up, we'll.
Where's this?
American truck in the background.
Oh, sir.
I got that one.
Hey,
Good job, Mark.
I just need to get everybody's name and make sure I got it. Okay. And Scott,
I made 2 jokes. Yeah, and it hasn't even been now. Not even 5 minutes. Look how good we're doing loading the tub.
Bring it. Yeah, keep it up a little bit. All right, first of all, what's your name?
It's Kate Clemens.
C-A.
Kate Clemens, C-L-E-M-E-N-S.
Okay. And tell me how Newman's got involved in this.
Excuse me.
The history of it. Okay.
For Newman's Own, being involved with The Biggest Loser it's a big deal. It's a real big deal because it's not something that the company traditionally goes towards. It was a big investment, but they felt it would be with a big return on an investment like that. Because we're reaching the kind of consumer who is interested in, number one, not so much weight loss, but interested in following these people as they progressed, and then knowing that there was a philanthropic connection with Feeding America. Feeding America has been a partner of ours for many years, and they had an established relationship with the show. So it all seemed to align properly in that we had a nice infrastructure working with Feeding America and helping to get food out to the hungry and getting a huge following with the number of people watching the show.
Tell me, now this was not all of it that was donated. I mean, this was actually stepped up a little bit, was donated to Montgomery County. Tell me kind of across the board how it was donated and how Montgomery County ended up with all this.
This is 30,000 pounds worth of food because Mark won the challenge, and then Newman's Own decided after he won that they would also double that and give the rest of the competitors 30,000 pounds to divide among them. So there were 6 other winners who divided 30,000 pounds. 2 of them happened to be from the same community, so they got a double load in Michigan. This is huge. This is very big in terms of the amount of food from what I understand from the food bank as well.
This isn't just salad dressing either.
This is not just salad dressing. This is pasta sauce and it's cereal.
What are the products from Newman's have?
Frozen pizza, skillet meals, popcorn. It all started with the salad dressing, but it's now evolved into full meal solutions for people.
Now, the salad dressing started how?
Started with Paul Newman. He developed the salad dressing in his basement of his house to give away as Christmas gifts to friends. And then friends came by and said, "Can we have more of that? We'd really like some more of that." So he decided, all right, I'll develop more of it. And then they suggested to him, put your name on the label. That'll sell some product. And he said, the only way I'm going to put my name and my face on this label is if I give all the profits away. So for almost 30 years now, they've been giving all the profits of all the production of their products to charity. And up to this point, it's $340 million to charity. Pretty incredible stuff. It really is.
All right, thanks a lot.
Was that okay?
Yes.
okay, make sure.
No, go ahead.
Is that what he said? 20? All right, stop.
How are you?
Right there. It's got to take this. All the rain you want. 25 minutes. Are y'all doing 20 cones?
only need to see how he decides to go. He's drinking. He's drinking. Yeah, we have like 5 o'clock. Yeah, a lot of times now I was waiting on this. There were actually boxes like that.